Hey everyone, so I just had one of those experiences yesterday and I thought I'd come on here and tell you all about it. Have you ever had one of those days that starts out so calm and beautiful and then suddenly you are in a situation you have only ever heard about? Yes, that was me yesterday. So I was out with my husband in the UK and just driving around, enjoying the scenery and, the gorgeous rolling hills, green landscape. It was all just perfect. I mean, the kind of view you only see on postcards. The weather was crisp, and a little chilly, but out of the ordinary, nothing out of the ordinary. And I was thinking, wow, this is amazing. I need to bring out my camera. And then out of nowhere, things changed. We were driving along these winding roads, and all of a sudden, I see that haze starting to form. At first, I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. But then it just kept getting thicker and thicker until I realized I was right in the middle of it. We had driven into a total foggy zone. It was my first time ever driving in foggy weather. And let me tell you, this was a whole experience. I know you have heard all, people talk about fog and what it's like to drive in it. You hear about taking it slow, turning on the fog lights, staying calm, but being in it. Actually, being in it, that's a whole different story. I couldn't see more than a few meters ahead, and the road was getting all twisty and curvy. Every turn felt like it could lead anywhere, and I didn't know if there was a car up ahead or anything else on the road. For anyone who's done this before, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. I was like, I want to go home. But as a first timer, every single minute felt like an eternity. The road was so narrow with these steep turns where you can't see what's coming around the bend, and all I could think was, how am I supposed to do this? There was this quiet around me. And while the fog had this kind of spooky beauty to it, I was honestly a little terrified, guys. I thought, yeah, this looks cool, but please get me out of here. And it's funny. Normally, I love a good adventure. I love seeing new things, trying new experiences. But this was one of those moments where I was like, once is enough. I don't know about you guys, but I am not exactly jumping to relieve that kind of excitement anytime soon. It was one of those, glad I tried it, but maybe let's never do this again. That kind of moment, guys. By the time I finally drove out of the fog and could see the road again, I let out this huge sign of relief. Like who actually knew seeing the road could feel so comfortable? I just had to pull over for a second and taking some deep breaths. Okay. You survived this first foggy drive. Anyway, that's my story. If you have ever had to drive through the fog like that, let us know in the comments because I could definitely use some tips for next time. But yeah, that was my first experience driving through a foggy zone in the UK. And cool as it looked, it definitely, I'm happy to have clear skies over my head. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there on those foggy roads.